Yeah, so you've got to know when you're going for a goal, you've got to have a number in mind. You've got to know how many distributors away you are, how much volume away you are. If you do not have that, then you're kind of going, you don't really know what to shoot for. So, so when you go diamond, it is 24 distributors. Obviously, you probably have more, you don't need 24. But let's say that you're emerald right now and you need 5 distributors to go diamond. Let's just say that. So if you need 5 distributors to go diamonds, then you're not, and you only have 5 potentials, potential distributors, then you're not going to get 5 distributors. Does that make sense? Okay. So when you have a goal in mind though, and you know that you need what you need to work for, it's going to be a lot easier than kind of not really just aiming for something that you don't know what you're aiming for. That's what I'm saying. So yes, 5 distributors. I would say that you need to be talking to at least 50 people a day to get 5 distributors by the end of the month. That's what I would say. Now, that's just totally a number throwing out there, but basically, I'm just saying that if you have a big goal like that, only 5 people, you cannot just talk to 5 people. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Also, you need to know your volume, and how to check your volume for going diamond is you can actually look at your volume that you ended at last month. You can look at each person in the promoting spots. You can look at their volume, what they ended last month. So if you go to, you might want to write this down. If you go to your eSuite and you click on reports and you go to total volume by distributor, you can actually look at each person's volume, what they ended at last month. So for example, if you have Sally at a 400 box on your top line and she ended at 350 last month, then that's what you would write on your diamond chart. You'd write 350, that she needs 50 volumes still to be 400 a qualified blend. Now, obviously that's just a projected number, and as the loyal customers order should be going through, you want to just keep that updated. You want to make sure that that's correct. You don't want to wait till the 25th of the month and realize, well, crap, one of her orders didn't go through. One of her customers stopped ordering. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure that you're keeping up with it. But it's just to get kind of an idea of how much volume that you need for your goal. So does everyone understand how to find that? You go to reports, total volume by distributor, and then you can search each name. You can search your distributors and see how much volume they ended at last month to just kind of get an idea of how much you need. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. Okay, awesome. So, and once you have that number in mind, let's say you need like 1,700 volume to go diamond. I usually do the average, which most people buy, like the wraps or something. So let's say you need 1,700. Divide that by 54 because wraps are 54 volume. That would mean that you need 31 loyal customers. Now again, promote the system, promote those big packs. But if that's just an average, it's just an idea of what you're shooting for. Work with your team. Go talk to your emeralds, talk to those rubies, talk to the ruby on your other side, and get a game plan going. Make sure you're communicating with them. Make sure they're ready to run with you. If they're not ready, that's okay. You can move on somewhere else. But just talk to them, communicate with them. Ask them what their goal is. You can even tell them how far away they are. And give them an idea of what their goal should be, but just make sure you're communicating. And as the month is going and you're getting loyal customers, make sure that you're talking to them and seeing where the best place would be to place that customer. You don't want to overplace things because you're not communicating. So just get with your team, see who's ready to do this, see who's ready to run with you, and run with them. So yes, and I don't want you to think that you have to do it all by yourself to get these promotions. However, you don't want to depend on anyone else for these promotions. It is your promotion. You work your butt off and don't expect anything from anybody else. Now, in the process, when they do sign customers and when they do sign distributors, that's awesome. And you can cross off another number on your goal. However, If you need 5 distributors, don't just make your goal 3 distributors for the month. Does that make sense? Just aim high and just don't rely on anybody else for your goal, because these goals, these bonuses are freaking awesome, and you don't need to let anybody from stopping you from getting these goals. So work your booty off. Yes. Also, distributor follow-up. So let's talk about, does everyone know how to calculate volume and how to find and how to chart, like all of that stuff? Does everyone understand that? Like maybe charting to see how many distributors away you are and how much volume you are away? Did I explain that okay? Okay, I hope so. If you have a question, please unmute yourself and just let me know. I'm just like so excited. I'm just kind of scatterbrained today, but I'm just really excited to talk to you guys. So anyways, okay, so let's talk about following up with distributors and, how to sign distributors. Now, obviously the excitement and all the inspiration from conference really, really got me going. And I'm sure a lot of you who went to conference as well, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But I have signed 7 distributors since we got back from conference. And that is because I have just been on fire. I realized that who am I to not talk to somebody about this business? And everyone should hear about it, and everyone should be a distributor. So that's kind of my mentality going into this, going into my messaging sessions, knowing that I'm going to sign somebody. That's really what I've been doing. Now, I've also been creating urgency. Now, the important thing about this is that if you are just saying like, hey girl, I really think that you'd be awesome on my team. Are you ready to get going? And they're like, well, you know what? I'm kind of busy at the moment. Whatever they say. And you're like, okay, well, just let me know. Like, no, don't ever say that. First of all, get the let me know out of your vocabulary. You should never, ever, ever, ever say that, because they will never let you know. Maybe on occasion, but most of the time they will never come to you, and you will always have to follow up with your people to sign. That's just how it is. So create an urgency. If you've been building a relationship, obviously this is a relationship business and you don't want to be completely cold messaging people. But if you have been liking and commenting on someone's stuff and building that relationship and really, creating the friendship, and it doesn't have to be like a month-long thing. It can be, a couple days. It can be a week thing. But if you build that relationship up and you guys are interacting with each other, you're just interacting with her, you can send a message and be like, hey girl, I'm sure that you've noticed that I've totally been stalking your page. I think you're so cute. Your family's adorable. I just wanted to see if you've seen what I do. I think you'd be amazing at it. Have you ever thought about working from home and making some extra money? That way she already knows that and you already put it out there. Well, yeah, she's been stalking me. You kind of, make it a little humorous, and just be yourself. Obviously, if that's not you, don't be like that, but just create the friendship and the relationship, because then once you have a relationship, you can be honest and real with them. That's kind of what I've come to know. Even if I've never met them before, if I'm like, you know what, girl, we all are busy, but you need this, so let's go. Let's do this. They'll appreciate it. They'll be like, you know what, you're right. Like, I had an example the other day. I had a potential distributor I met on Instagram. Apparently she had been following me forever. And I had never talked to her before. I had never interacted or anything, but she messaged me and she was like, I've been following you forever. Like, I just really want to do this. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. Let's get going. Can I call you? And she's like, well, I'm working right now. Can I call you later? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Well, she never called me. And so a few hours after she said she would call me, I texted her. I'm like, hey girl, are you free to talk? And then she says, you know what? I'm actually just really busy. I just don't think this is a good time for me. And so I did a voice message, and I basically was just like, you know what? There's never going to be a perfect time. You obviously came to me for a reason. You need this business, and I'm the person that can help you do this. And she was like, and I said something about, you're second guessing yourself. You've kind of thought about it and you're just a little worried, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you know what? You're so right. I am just really second guessing myself. And I'm just worried that I have so much on my plate already, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I totally get it, you know, but like I said, you came to me for a reason and you need this extra money. So why not just give it a shot? She's like, okay, I get paid on the 21st. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Let's reserve your spot. Let me just get all the other information. And on the 21st, you can just let me know when to run it and start your business. And she's like, okay. So she sent me all of her information. I have all of her information. And then tomorrow is when she gets paid, I think, 21st. I don't know what date it is. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to text her in the morning and be like, okay, girl, you ready? I'm going to put your stuff through and, you know, see what she says. Obviously, I won't until she says, yes, please do. But that's the urgency I created with her. I got her information. I'm going to follow up with her tomorrow on the day that she says, and we're going to do this. So that's a tip for urgency. I know that Eliana is at a wrap party right now, but Savannah, do you mind if you just share a quick tip about urgency? Because I know that you sign distributors like crazy too. Yes. Just okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
there you go.
Honestly, when you create that urgency and that excitement with people, they like get on board, and then that creates their starting off energy with the business. Like I was just kind of talking about, well, when you were talking about that, like if you sound super excited, then when they join, they're going to be super excited and they're going to run with that energy versus not having that, you know, urgency of the business. Sorry, my mind's everywhere. We have like 4 crazy kids running around.
Okay.
Someone got hurt again. What's up?
That's okay. No.
But you guys, the voice message thing really helps with urgency, in my opinion, because then you can like have that excitement with them, and you just say, hey girl, you know, today's a great day to join my team. You know, I even tell them I have a lot of free time today to really put into you and train you. Let's get you started. Be careful. And a lot of times they'll say no, but like you said, at least you have a date, and then you can follow up with them until you get them on board. If you don't have that urgency of like, let's get you on board now, then they'll never do it because they don't think like that they're needed right in that moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
So if you can make them feel like you need them right then on your team, like, and you have something set up to make them really successful, that's going to help them jump on board quicker.
Yeah.
Later. So.
Exactly. And even if you're brand new and you don't really know what you're talking about, if you're excited, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what is this? I want to be a part of it. Like, you're just going to have to fake it till you make it. And we don't mean by that, we don't mean like lie and all that. We mean like act confident and act like you know what you're talking about. Just
absolutely.
And
I tell my team, you don't need to know everything, because people don't join the business because they know every detail. They join the business because they believe in you, and they believe in the vision that you have.
Exactly. So I just want to ask, thank you, Savannah.
You're welcome, love.
So I just want to ask you guys a question. Well, I know that you guys have always hear us talking about this voice message, and I want you to be so honest with me. Who has not done a voice message? Raise your hand. Come on, people. I know. Yeah, look at that. And how many times have you heard us say, do a voice message? So many times, right? So many times. And we say it for a reason. We don't say it just because we want to say it. We say it because it works. You know, think about it. If somebody were to send you, you know, a text. Oh, somebody. Somebody just sent you a text, hey girl, you know, how are you? That sort of thing. Like, and I do it too. But if somebody were to send you a message and be like, hey girl, oh my gosh, how are you? Your kids are adorable. Like, that's just, to me, that just seems more personal. It just seems, and it's so much easier, you guys. You know how much easier it is to send a voice message instead of sitting there like doing thumbs all day long? Like, seriously, that is something I love. And I just like, any chance I get, I'm doing a voice message. So do it. Get out of your comfort zone. Who wants to be diamond? Yeah, I see some hands that say they want to be diamond, yet they've never done a voice message. Do a voice message. I'm challenging you to a voice message. A lot of them. Okay, so that's definitely something you guys should do. Okay, that was totally off track, but that's okay. So yeah, does anybody have questions about like getting that urgency? Does everyone kind of understand what we mean by that?
How do you start out the urgency message?
Well, it is a relationship business, so as long as you are liking and commenting on their stuff first, you send them a message and be like, a voice message, and just be like, hey girl, I have been following you. I think you are so cute. I am with a company. I don't know if you've seen what I do. I don't know if you'd be interested in it, but I think you would kill it. I think you'd be so amazing at this, and I would love to tell you more. Have you ever thought about making some money? Just like going for it, you know, and if they say no, that's okay. They say no, it's usually not right now. But what if they say yes? What if they say, well, tell me more, and then if they say, oh, well, you know what, tell me some more, then you can just start talking about how you want to help them to a $10,000 bonus by May, you know, and they're going to be like, oh, well, that's awesome. It's just creating that urgency, like, let's get going by May. Come on, let's do this, you know. And if they say, well, you know, I got to wait till I get paid, be like, okay, what day do you get paid? Let's start then. You know, you got to get a date for that follow-up. So that way you are, again, creating that urgency and telling them you're serious about this.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Question about that? Okay, cool. So how many of you guys are going to send an audio message, a voice message today? Tonight. Awesome. Okay, cool. Awesome. So let's see what else I got on my list. So if you are going for Diamond and you have all this communication, you have all the communication with your team, and you guys are so pumped up, and you're constantly talking to each other, and you know, honestly, I would avoid group chats for your team. I guess there's different occasions for it. However, don't put all of your team into one group chat. Maybe do like some individuals, so that way you kind of are just like working personal with other people, and you kind of tell them their goals, like how far away they are. Just talk with your team, tell them how far away they are, see how ready they are, talk to them. If you're communicating with each other, it's going to be so simple to promote together and to build really fast, because success does love speed. I know that you guys have heard that a million times, but if you're working really, really fast and you're working towards your goals together and you just bang it out, like in a couple months, you go Diamond in a couple months and you have that momentum going, you're not going to stop. You're going to keep going. And that's how most of us leaders on this team, that's how it went for us. You know, we went to conference. I went to conference 2 years ago as a Ruby. The next month I was Diamond. A couple months later, double. A few months later, triple. A couple months later, presidential. And it's because of that momentum. I just never slowed down, and my team was right behind me, and we were working together, constantly communicating and making sure that the people behind me, the people working with me, aside with me, were in this and were ready to go with me. So just see who is ready and who wants this and who wants to do it. I know Savannah went to conference last year as a Ruby, promoted to Diamond and double, like super, super fast. And she's going triple this month, right? So it's just creating that.
No, I just wanted to fix that. My husband's going Diamond this month, and I'm going triple next month. Okay. But that's still huge because that's me going Diamond again. So I'm happy.
Oh, yes, it is.
And he'll be going double as I go triple. So that's really cool.
Oh my gosh, lots of bonuses. Yes, that's awesome. Okay. Okay, what was I saying? I feel like Christy. I'm on Christy's thing. I just feel like a little, just kidding. Christy, I love you. Okay. So yeah, we just got to run to Diamond. I know that there's so many of us who really, really, really want this, and that's amazing. You know, we all can get it. I think we all can get it, but just talk with your team. I know that I've been doing some one-on-one Zooms with a few people recently. I just started it like a couple days ago, but I've done it with a few of you guys, a few of my team, and all I've been doing is just going over the chart, what their goals are, how far away they are from their promotion. And when you have that in play for your team, and you have that set for your team, and they're working towards that, then it makes your business, your promotion so much easier because you're working together. And, sometimes there are people who are ready to run, but they don't know like how far away they are, like what they're aiming for. And so they're like a loose cannon and they, go all which way. But if you have a set goal in mind, like I need 5 distributors and I need 10 customers before the end of the month in order for, one leg to be Ruby or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And so just have that goal set so you know what to work for. It'll make things so much easier. So much easier. So yeah, just don't try to do it all yourself. However, don't expect anybody else to do it. But as long as you're telling your team, this is how far away you are, you can do this. You can get 5 customers this month. I know you can get it. This is how far away you are. Like, come on, let's do this. As long as you're doing that, then the excitement, the momentum, the urgency it'll just all come together. So that's really all I have to say about going diamond. I'm assuming that you guys all have your charts already and you all have them filled out because that's definitely something that you need to have. Is anybody, Miranda, did you have a question? You can unmute yourself. No? Miranda, do you have a question? Miranda Treese? Is that how you say it?
No, somehow it got unmuted. That's weird. No, I don't have a question.
No worries. Just wanted to make sure. Does anybody have questions?
Me.
Who's this? Let's see. Who has a question? I'm sorry. Where'd you go? I don't know where you went. Anybody have a question? Anybody? So you're all going diamond. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Oh, wait. No, I can't hear you. I see your hand, but I can't hear you.
Stacy,
Can't hear you.
for all the new people that have recently joined, can you maybe give people a quick rundown of what your day consists of, like adding people, following up, messaging, like just something quick so they can like write it down and know what they should be doing on a daily basis?
Yeah, sure. So when you first sign, obviously the first things you really, really want to do are watch your product training videos. And do your first couple of posts, obviously to introduce your business to your friends and family on social media, and then do a before and after picture to get those first 4 customers that you need to get your diamond bonus, to get the bonuses.
Wait, hold on 1 second. My phone died, so they can't see it on Make It Happen wrappers. Hold on. My girlfriend's turning hers on. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't want no one to miss nothing.
No worries. I'll wait like 1 second. Just kidding.
You'll see the phone pop up on the screen. Here she comes.
Is she trying to get on the Zoom?
No, we're turning the live video on.
Okay.
There we go.
Is it good?
Okay. Yes, it's good on my face. Well, let me flip that screen around.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, the first thing's obviously your product training videos, your adventure posts, we like to call it, to introduce your new adventure to your friends and family, and then your before and after, get those first 4 customers. After that, you want to try to set up a launch party as well, ASAP. Now, as far as posting and all of that on social media, what I do every single day, I wake up and I do a post. I've always been consistent on social media. I've always posted, at least like 5 to 8 times a day. Mm-hmm. Lately, I've been doing a lot more to get more interaction. I've been going live a lot more. And it's because I have a huge goal. And my team has huge goals. And my team's going to be doing what I'm doing. So they're going to follow me. So I'm going live every single day and posting at least like 8 to 10 times a day. I'm sending out messages, probably about 50 between Instagram and Facebook every single day. I'm adding people on Instagram at least 200, like every couple hours, every single day. I'm adding new friends on Facebook, maybe like 10 to 20 every single day. Be careful on Facebook, because once you start adding too many people that you don't know, Facebook will kind of put you in a Facebook jail. So be careful with that. Only do a little bit on Facebook, but do as much as you want on Instagram. It stops you once you can't anymore, but I think you can follow like 200 every hour on Instagram. So yeah, I'm just doing all of that. I'm sending voice messages. I'm doing more of those. When I send out a message, I do voice messages. Now what I've been doing is every Monday and Tuesday is when I do my follow-ups. And so I will go to my hundreds list. Now, if you're brand new, you need to start adding to your hundreds list. So you need to be writing friends and family's names down who you think could use these products. You need to go to your Facebook friends list and see who could use these products. If you post something and somebody likes it, and they're not a distributor or a customer yet, you put them on your hundreds list. If somebody asks you about a product or the business, you put them on your hundreds list, and everybody goes on your hundreds list until they sign up as a customer or a distributor. But even then, if they sign up as a customer, they should still be on there for when they're ready to be a distributor. But yeah, so Monday, Tuesdays, I go on my hundreds list and I just go through and I send out follow-up messages, and I say, if I'm trying to sign if I'm working on distributors for a day, I will be like, hey girl, I've got one spot to mentor someone to a $10,000 bonus. I know we've talked about this. I know you've been nervous, but I'm ready to help you. Let's do this. Are you ready? That's kind of something that I would say for a potential distributor that I've talked to before. Now, for a customer that I've talked to before that's been interested and just hasn't signed up yet, I'll be like, hey girl, I've got one spot for the hair, skin, nails, and I thought of you. Did you want to take it? That sort of thing. It's just creating that urgency every single day, doing a lot more of it. So if you are, posting 2 to 3 times a day, start posting 4 to 6 times a day and just work your way up. If you're only adding 5 people a day, start adding 10 people a day. If you are only sending out 10 messages, start sending out 20 messages. Just double up your efforts and it'll go a lot faster, and you will promote just like you want to. Does that make sense to you? Did that help you?
I have a question, Susie.
Oh yeah, sure.
So the system, I know you guys had made a message before on the team page that like after $120, it's not going to be no longer free shipping. So for that, what should we say to really get people to want to buy that? Because usually our thing was, and free shipping on top of our discount. So how do you suggest we try to target that one? Because I've been using it to try to like show my weight loss after my baby. And people are really liking my result pictures. It's just trying to get them to actually buy the product itself, because it's a pretty hefty price for some people.
Well, you just say that it's half off because it's normally retailed $300, but we get it for $147. Talk about how you're going to get a free cleanse and a free shaker bottle with it.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know about that whole free shipping thing, so it shouldn't be a big deal to people, and a lot of people don't ever get free shipping on things. So a lot of people do expect to pay shipping no matter what.
Okay.
So yeah, I would definitely just, create the value in the products themselves and make the price worth it, because it is so worth it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions, you guys?
I do.
Yes.
So when you have people that are like, I'm totally interested, this is like the day that I get paid, hit me up then, and then you follow up, you follow up randomly throughout the week, and then they start seeing your messages, and then they just never reply to you anymore. What do you do?
Well, I bug people. I'm a bugger. Like, there are so many people that have signed that I literally message like all the time. So I know you've been in only about 3 weeks, so it hasn't been that long where they're ignoring you. But what I would do is, so if somebody's interested or whatever, and I didn't get back to me the next day, I'll be like, hey girl, how are you? Did you think about it, or whatever it is, and then if they don't respond, I'll do like 2 days and message them again. And if they don't respond, like a week. And then if they don't respond, like every month until they're ready, until they sign. That's literally what I do.
So you just never give up.
Never. Not until they just completely like block me or like they just die. I hope no one dies, obviously, but that's really just never. No one will ever get off my list. Even if they tell me no, they will never get off my list until they sign.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
That's just how it is. So it's because I know that people could use these products and this opportunity, and it's my job to make sure that they realize that one day. No matter how long it takes, they're going to realize it. So, yeah. Okay, so is it Diana? I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but her speaker isn't working. She said, I bought a planner today because I have the hardest time concentrating on one thing to go diamond. What are some daily goals and weekly goals you should suggest? I've been in the business for 4 months, going on 5. Well, I'm assuming that you're having a hard time concentrating because of other things in your life. I'm assuming that's why. You know, we all have things going on. And there's no such thing as balance. That's definitely something I've learned the past 2 months with some personal things in my life going on. But it's just about how much you want it and how much work you're willing to put into it. So I would just, you know, like before I go to bed every night, especially now because I have huge goals, I just write down like a to-do list sort of thing, and it helps a lot. If you write it down or like put it in your phone or something, and I've learned that writing it down is, and like putting it on your nightstand or your desk is a lot better. You write down and like a note card, and just write down everything that you need to do for the day, even if it's like, you know, household chores or anything like that, so that way you get everything done. But even if it's just, you know, add 5 people, message 10 people, follow up with so-and-so, you know, those types of things. As long as you're doing that and you go to it every day and you carry it around with you until everything is checked off, you'll be fine. So that's definitely something that I would suggest. You know, and I am not the most organized person. I know that Eliana is, so when she gets on this, she can tell you more about that. But you just have to realize that there's never going to be like, life isn't always going to go your way, and there's always going to be something in the way of your goals. There's always going to be something in the way of getting things done. And like for me, going through a divorce is kind of a huge deal. And I've learned that I've had to just kind of get over the fact that I am going to have a messy house 4 days out of the week. And no matter how much I clean, it's just going to be messy because I don't have somebody else there to watch them while I'm doing these things. Or my sister's here. I haven't completely ignored them for the past hour, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? And so there's just never going to be, life isn't always going to be perfect. So just, you got to find your niche and how to get things done without feeling overwhelmed. And it might take a while, but you have to learn as you go. So that's what I have to say about that. Okay. Okay, sorry, I was just reading those things. Anybody else have any more questions? Any more, you guys have any tips or anything that's been working for you guys that you want to share?
I can share one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you could hear me, so I didn't even know it was unmuted. You know on Messenger how you can do the videos, like the face-to-face video?
Uh-huh.
I use that all the time, and it really helps me. Like, I like to get personal with people.
Yeah?
Look at my face. I'm serious. I'm here. Let's do this. Like, that's my favorite thing to do is live videos. And I noticed that, like, helps me a lot in the business. That's how I got this lovely lady to join the team. And now, look, we're chilling together. We met on Facebook through this business, and now here we are.
That's awesome. Wait,
So I noticed that helps a lot.
so you're a distributor now? Did you just sign up or something?
Yeah, she just signed up.
Nice. So I did a good potential Zoom.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, you did. It helped a lot. You're doing a great job.
Oh, that's awesome. Congrats. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Of course. Yeah, I haven't even really, well, actually I did at the GoPro event. Some girl said that she will do the video chat for like birthdays. Instead of writing on their wall, she'll like do a video chat in their messenger and be like, happy birthday, or she'll sing happy birthday to them. I think that's so awesome. And I've never actually done that, but now I'm going to. I'm going to step out of my
That's a good idea. Birthdays.
What?
That's a good idea to do that for birthdays. That is a really good idea.
It is. There you go. I should probably do it too.
I like to embarrass people, so get on there and embarrass some people.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Okay. Oh, Paige, you're so awesome. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions or anything at all? Is there any questions on the live feed? You're muted, just so you know. But
No, not yet.
okay. Well, I mean, Savannah, you have anything else you want to add? Anybody have anything they want to add?
So I'm kind of sitting here going through my my diamond chart, my next diamond chart. And a good way that how I chart, if you guys have your boxes filled, is I just go to my tree viewer, I calculate like the orders that haven't come through to their person's group volume. I know you guys just talked about that, but from there, you guys, I add up individually, like the people that are promoting, what their group volume is to promote, and then I let those people know. And then I also know, like, in groups where that volume needs to be. And then I obviously have my grand total number of what I need to hit that promotion. So, like, right now, I'm still needing 2,400 volume to get him to diamond by month's end. But when you break it down, it's like 10 days, right? So, is there 10 or 11 days? Oh, 8. 8. Okay. Well, I have like 240 volume a day, which is like 2 systems and a hair, skin, and nails. Like, that's nothing. And that's if I did everything myself, right? Yeah. So if you kind of break it down like that and be mechanical, and then have a chart, like, I don't, in those boxes, put where they are. I put 400 minus where they are, and then I have like plus 64 volume, because then I know, like, when I get an order around 70 volume, that I can place it right there, and that's a 400 leg ready to go. Mm-hmm. And same with the other spots. I can calculate like what sale I need to hit that goal in that spot, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I think when I'm charting.
No. Exactly. And that's what I was talking about kind of earlier, just communicating with your team. It's like a lot more fun, and you're working together towards your goals, because when they promote, you promote, you know? So
absolutely.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And anybody can do it, guys. Just keep focused. I had a team training last night with my team just about, you know, positive affirmations and staying in the zone, because it's hard to lose it. It can come and go like that. But if you can hang on to it and you can just run and picture yourself hitting those ranks and knowing that it can happen, and then doing the work behind it, you guys, you'll get there. And then so many more amazing things will just keep happening. So believe in yourself. Just believe.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so I messaged Katie Willard. Do you hear me? I see you on here. Not your video, though. She has signed, like, I don't know, like 4 distributors in the past, like, 3 days. And I just want her to give you a quick tip if she can hear me. Katie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I messaged you. I tried to give you a warning, but I don't know if you got it yet. But
here I am.
Yeah. So how many have you signed?
3.
3. Okay. Yes. She signed like 3, like in the last like 2-3 days. So she's doing amazing. And how many customers have you signed?
5, I believe.
Yeah, that's crazy. So if you want to just I know that we're all running for our promotions, you know, with distributors. So give us some tips, because I know that for the past couple of months, your numbers haven't been as much as you want them to be, but now, you know, they're getting back up there. So just give people a couple of tips on what you're doing.
Well, I went through my loyal customers list, everyone who signed up with me as a customer, and I kind of just extended the offer, the business opportunity to them. And 2 of the ladies that I recently signed were previous customers of mine. They'd used the products and they'd seen results. And and then, sorry, I'm kind of nervous.
It's okay.
Also, what I've been doing is I have been building relationships for like the last 9 months and kind of neglecting actually asking because I've just been so focused on the relationships and I've been nervous that they'll say no, but every no is closer to a yes. So I decided to go through my friends list and I would type in an A, and then I would go down the list of everyone whose name starts with A, and I would either I would either message them and offer the business just outright if I have somewhat of a relationship with them, or I would just message them and say, hey, how are you? Kind of just follow up and see, if I know what's going on with their life, I'll congratulate them on their, new baby or whatever is going on. And sometimes I feel like they expect me to ask about, hey, are you still interested? And if I can feel that, then I purposely won't. I'll just, continue the conversation and, not make them feel like I'm just trying to, make them sign. And that seems to really be working with getting them to open up more to me. So.
That's awesome. Totally a relationship business.
Mm.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love the idea of like going down the list of like A's and B and C, because you don't really know like who your friends are on your Facebook until you really get your friends list. Like there's so many people that you scroll through Facebook all the time, but they're like, you're only seeing like 10% of your friends on there. So if you have like 1,000 friends, you're really only seeing like maybe 10, 50 like different people. That's it. So if you go to your friends list and you print it out, or even just look on your friends list and write the names down or whatever, you'll realize like how many people you could be building relationships with. So that's another thing I would recommend. If you're friends with any other distributors that are not on your team, or I would just unfollow them on Facebook. So that way it doesn't clog your feed on Facebook. So that way you're seeing even more people. You don't have to unfriend them. You just unfollow them. And even like the leaders, like just unfollow us, because you can all of our stuff is public and stuff. And you can just, search our name and all of our stuff will be there. If you need some inspiration every now and then, just go to our page. But you don't want to be seeing all of it works people in your newsfeed, because it will kind of flood your stuff and it'll keep you away from potentials that you might have if you didn't have all of us in your feed. So that's another quick tip for you guys. Any other questions? Are you guys all ready to go diamond? Paige is ready. So excited. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, super excited. Okay, well, if you guys don't have any more questions, and I pretty much went over everything I needed to go over, but I'm super excited. You guys, these bonuses are life-changing, and I know that some of this might be out of your comfort zone, but nothing amazing happens in a comfort zone, and you need to just get over it. Like Pam would say, get over yourself and make your dreams come true and make these bonuses possible, because it is possible, and you can all receive them. You just have to believe it and work for it. All right, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Get to messaging. And for those who have not voice messaged yet, you better do one tonight, and you better let the team know that you finally did one, because I know who you are and I'm going to call you out. All right. You guys have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.